Android Authority here, reporting live from Beijing, taking a closer look at the Samsung Galaxy S3 versus the Oppo Find 5. Now what we have here is Samsung's flagship device from 2012, their best-selling device and the best-selling Android phone of all. Quad-core processing at 1.4 GHz, a 4.8-inch 1280 by 720 display versus Oppo Find's 5-inch 1080p display. Now 1080p at 5 inches, as you can see, is actually quite a bit bigger, but still very usable for one-handed operation. LCD versus AMOLED here, guys, but I can assure you the colors are very rich on both. In terms of operation, both are very fluid, very responsive devices. So what we're looking at here for the Oppo Find 5 is actually an engineering build. So we're going to have 3 soft buttons on the very bottom, LED backlit, that are going to have a home button, a context menu, and a back button. So really, they're quite similar actually in terms of the physical footprint, and both are very fluid due to the powerful hardware inside. But despite the fact that it has to push so many more pixels, the Oppo Find 5 still does manage to best the S3 in terms of benchmarks, with a dual LED and a very nice matte back. For the Samsung Galaxy S3, we have an 8 megapixel with a single LED flash and a fingerprint magnet plastic back. Despite the fact that the Oppo Find has a slightly larger battery, it also is slightly thicker, despite not being removable or having microSD. But as you can see from the benchmarks, the S4 Pro really shines and beats the S3. Now, similar to Sony's design, it has a curved back, very Xperia inspired. There are no physical home buttons on the Oppo Find 5. Running Android 4.1 out of the box, as I had mentioned, it does feature 441 pixels per inch, which is stunning. Really, this video will not do justice of how great this looks, and if you've ever had the chance to view the Droid DNA in person, you'll know that 1080p at this pixel density is incredible. In terms of the form factor, both are relatively similar. We have an angular design, rather rigid, versus the S3's curved design. So, AMOLED versus LCD, right? So we have a 13 megapixel camera here with hardware accelerated HDR and the ability to capture video at 120 frames per second, which is very impressive. They haven't fully optimized the software yet, so obviously it's not up to Nexus 4 level, but I'm sure that they'll be able to get it there considering the hardware that they have inside. Additionally, we have 2 GB of RAM for the Oppo Find 5, whereas for the international version of the S3 we only have 1 GB. But as you can see, the footprint is slightly larger for the Oppo Find 5. Again, the S3 is thinner and has a removable battery. Though I must say the bezel is very nice and thin on the Oppo Find 5. Now you'll see here that color production is excellent. All you AMOLED diehards out there need not worry. One of the best displays I've ever seen on a phone, and at a $440 price point, it's very impressive. Now there are some things that you should know about the Oppo Find 5. First of all, it's going to be released in China first, middle of January, at $440 US. Second of all, there are no LTE variants confirmed for the United States or Western markets. Thirdly, Oppo is relatively new to the space, despite having sold over 10 million smartphones last year. So guys, what's it going to be? The value-added 1080p pack-in Oppo Find 5? Or the Galaxy S3 with its higher price point, AMOLED, and last generation hardware? Let us know what you think of these devices, and subscribe to our channel. Thanks a lot, guys.